Hey guys, Matt here, back again from a long break. Sorry about the lackadaisicalness in the videos. Just been a little busy with work, a little busy with other projects, a little busy with other things. Today I want to talk about the Halloween franchise. And I might get killed, I might get, chastised for my opinion, but I don't really care for it that much. And I'm going to get into the details as to why. Now, don't get me wrong. I know everyone knows I'm a big Friday the 13th fan, so I do have that bias. But little do y'all know, I grew up on the Halloween franchise. My grandmother watched it with me. My mother watched it with me. I was a big Michael Myers fan. So today's video, I want to get into the things that the Halloween franchise did wrong, and what, in my opinion, right now they're doing a little bit right, as well as compare my movie Maniacs edition of Michael Myers with Neca's Ultimate Michael Myers. So we'll get into that first, obviously. Let's take a look at these because this is a toy channel. Toy reviews is what I do, as you can see in the background. The movie Maniacs, Michael Myers, he's still in the box. I refuse to open him, as you can't put him back in the package, obviously. So just to get a closer look. In the back, he has what all the movie Maniacs have is kind of like a little movie poster to go with the doll. So if you were to display him and take him out, you would have that, which is pretty badass. He's got a pumpkin and a knife, and Michael's pretty close on. This is a 90s toy, keep in mind. So for coming out in the mid to late 90s, I think that they did a pretty good job on Michael Myers. And I always think McFarlane toys do a pretty decent job. And if we're getting into the NECA Michael Myers, which I've done a review on before, could open him up and see that on the inside there he comes with 3 different heads. He has a pumpkin that splits open, a knife as well. So what I like to look at mostly though is the box art. I think the box art on this is, obviously NECA is newer, so they have, a more of an ability to do it better, on their dolls, molds, and everything else. But I mean, I really do think that this Michael holds up, for being 20 plus years old, So in comparison, I mean, I like them equally. That's where the coin lands for me. There is no one I like worse or I like better. But to talk a little bit about the Halloween movie franchise, in my opinion, it should have stopped with number 2. And what I believe that they did wrong is, if you're comparing it to its almost counterpart, Jason Voorhees, Friday the 13th, they're both masked killers. They both, stalk in a similar fashion. Is the point I was making earlier to my girlfriend is you could be immortal and still have some form of decay going on. You could still have wear and tear on your mask. That's what I think the Friday the 13th franchise did a little right, is over time Jason becomes zombified. He's, brought back to life. He's rotting. He's a corpse. He's still, his mask's taking damage. If you look at Halloween, from part 4 on, the mask looks cheap. There's no real consistency with the costume and, the mask. It's like Michael Myers was burnt alive at the end of part 2, yet when he returns in part 4, he's got this brand new mask on, brand new outfit, and it's like consistently just whether he obtains the same mask or keeps it, there's just no wear and tear. There's, it's just, to me, it was a money grabber. That's all it was. And I mean, I'm not saying Friday the 13th wasn't. These movies came out like hotcakes back in the 80s and early 90s. And that was just a gripe I have with it. And a lot of people say that they were great movies, but I encourage you to go rewatch them if you really feel that way. Rewatch it and then give me your updated opinion, because I really don't think that these movies hold up over time. And then if we get into the Rob Zombie franchise, I think he absolutely destroyed Halloween, in my opinion. The lore behind Michael Myers was that he was pure evil. He didn't have motive. He just became evil. In this one, they give you all this backstory to him growing up as, white trash, so to speak, and it plays into why he became the way he was. And to me, that just kills the lore, to say that his mom was a stripper and his dad or stepdad was this abusive drunk and all this other crap. And then to sit a child into a mental institution at whatever age he was, I think he was 7, 8, 9, whatever. And then from there on, for 15 years, he just sits making masks but becomes this giant, unstoppable, 7-foot tall brute. It's just a little unrealistic for me. And I'm not even going to get into the Halloween Part 2 by Rob Zombie because, Rob Zombie was quoted as saying he would never do remakes. He doesn't, he likes to leave movies as they are, but then quick cash grab goes and destroys, in my opinion, the Halloween franchise. And what I think they're doing right is, at this point with Halloween Kills, is they are taking, the story and, from part 1 on and eliminating all these other crappy movies, and they're giving the mask the wear and tear. They're giving it a new, interesting storyline. Now, I don't agree with the making Halloween Kills. I think, 2018's Halloween was enough. She killed him at the end. He clearly died, but again, money talks. So here we are going to have Halloween Kills, another sequel. Hopefully it lives up. But I just think there was so many different routes they could have gone with the Halloween franchise. As in, like, Halloween 3. They wanted to start making an anthology series. The Halloween 3 pertains to more of the mask and the production of the mask than it does Michael Myers. He's not even in it. They were going to do Halloween 4 and have it be a completely different anthology, similar to what they wanted to do with Friday the 13th Part 5, where there wasn't really Jason as the killer. They were going to actually go a different direction and have there be a different killer every time, which would have been an interesting concept, to have a different killer donning the hockey mask or the Michael Myers mask. That would have been an interesting concept to go off of. But in the end, I really believe that, sometimes 1 is enough, 2 is enough, and, 3 is too many. And in the Halloween franchise's case, I really do believe that is the case. They could have easily let it be a 2-part movie and ended it with 2 where he burns alive at the end, and Loomis or whatever goes after him. That would have been a perfect ending. But instead, they chose to make 3, which everyone was angry about because it didn't have Michael Myers. And then they brought him back, and it's just in these goofy fashions, these goofy ways that they bring him back. And they copy each other between Friday the 13th and Halloween. There's some consistency with, they have a kid, and the kid supposedly is going to become evil, and then doesn't become evil, and all this other, cockamamie bullshit that they throw into these movies to try and, grab our money. But ultimately, looking back on the Halloween franchise, I grew up with it. I loved it. I don't love it anymore. I think 1 and 2 are enough. That's where I stand on it. That's my opinion. If anybody would like to debate opinions, talk about it, feel free to leave comments in the stream below. Feel free to message me personally, and we could talk more about it. So until then, guys, God bless, have a good day, and stay safe out there.